Hello everybody, welcome to another video on my channel. This is Rini Rose. Today I'm going to speak about something of much concern, and also people had requested me to create videos on simple past and past perfect. I'll do that soon. If there is time, I'll try to include it in this video itself. But before that, we all are learning English together. I would request you to kindly go through the description of this particular video if you haven't, the channel description if you haven't, so that you get some idea about what I'm trying to do and the type of videos that I create. I've created a couple of videos and all of them are available on my channel. And most of the YouTube creators concerned with language ask you to listen very carefully and to stay till the end of the video. Most of the creators do that because there are chances that you miss on certain topics, certain points, certain strategies. Now, let me tell you at the outset, if you're new to the channel, I'm not taking tuition classes. I'm not teaching you English, but I would like to share some strategies, some tips that really help learners because I'm a language trainer. Now, is there anything known as perfect English? Is there anything known as perfect language? I've read a lot of resources, and from what I have read, I got to know that there's nothing known as perfect language and perfect English. See, when you speak in Hindi, when I speak in my mother tongue, we make mistakes. And you know that spoken language is different from written language. So spoken English is different from written English. So when you speak, there is a kind of cuteness, a tone, a rhythm. Sometimes we make mistakes, we fumble. That is quite natural. And also sometimes we repeat words, you go to and fro. Even I do that. Yeah. I have heard a lot of native speakers, I've come across native speakers making mistakes while speaking. It's okay. But what we all are aiming at is using proper language with appropriate words, trying to reach that level of perfection. The more you learn, the more you understand that you're just a drop in this great, magnanimous ocean of language. That is what you should realize. So I don't think any YouTube creator or any teacher or trainer will say, I'm talking about genuine people and who are really passionate, that I don't think they'll say that I'm perfect in English. No, even native speakers, I don't think they can speak perfect English. We all are aiming at it, but still we try to minimize the errors while speaking, while writing. Now, when it comes to writing, we have got options, lot of options to proofread, edit, and then change the sentences, change the vocabulary, the words and all that. Because you are doing this constant procedure of proofreading, of editing. It's a whole process altogether. Now, I always put in my description and as part of disclaimer that I do make mistakes while speaking. I go, to and fro. I'm not perfect in anything. But whatever I've achieved, I'm very, very proud of that. Now, why am I bringing this topic today? There is a purpose. I've seen a lot of YouTube channels. I also admire a lot of YouTube channels who genuinely create content to share knowledge, information, reviews, all that, especially on language, on products, on their experience, life journey, book reviews and all that. I've come across a couple of YouTube channels that really create passionate, genuine, interesting videos, and so many subscribers and so many people are there, but I think just 10% of them who come and try to find mistakes. Recently, I came across a channel where the content was so informative. I learned so much from that content. It was in Tamil. And there was a person who came and commented on the language because the person was talking in both Tamil and English. And this guest or this viewer, the listener, was trying to find fault. And he also, it's a he because the name says so. Hopefully it's a he. He was trying to find fault saying that it's not is, it's not are, It could be would. It is not would, it is could. All these kind of grammatical errors. And the irony is that this comment had a lot of spelling errors, full of grammatical mistakes also. The sentences were not proper. So I think it's high time that we introspect, and then you go around and analyze other people. If you're so sure that you're perfect with something, then you can find fault, right? So I'm speaking this for most of the YouTube creators. Whether you're watching promotional videos, whether you're trying to gather some information on electronic gadgets, or it is about some makeup products or apparels, whatever it is, even if it's language, language is organic, and your brain should be trained to be skillful with any language. I'm not only speaking for the English language, on the English language as well. There's a big difference. So nobody is perfect and nobody speaks perfect language. It's difficult. And we always, we aim at perfection. There are hundreds of words, millions of words available. Every day we are discovering new words, new expressions, new idioms, phrases and everything. But we all are trying to gather as much as possible in this lifetime. William Shakespeare, the indelible playwright, he himself stated that, I don't remember the exact quote, but still he himself expressed that my English is not flawless. This is the kind of idea that he was trying to convey. It is my native tongue. And it is something that I inherited and imbibed from my parents, right? So, you must have come across a lot of people who are research scholars who are very good in the language, and they say that I'm still a learner. That should be your attitude. And when it comes to YouTube comments, or when it comes to any kind of comments, even if you're commenting, if you're trying to correct your friend also, the tone is important. Constructive feedback is different from destructive feedback. You need to understand, as learners, I'm giving you this point. If people are trying to tease you, if they're bullying you and saying, why do you have to speak in English? Why do you have to study Spanish? Why do you have to learn German now? Okay, because some people really work on their mother tongue also. Some people want to learn literature, right? So they have got the interest and they want to speak better, maybe Telugu or Malayalam, whatever it is. That's a very good approach. So spoken language is different from the one that you write in and things like that. So being an author, my experience is whenever I proofread and edit with the experts, or sometimes I do it on my own, sometimes it sounds artificial. So I try to minimize the errors as long as it conveys the right idea. So that is what we should aim at. So when you speak, there will be slip of tongue. You may repeat words. You may make some mistakes. The minute you realize that you've made a mistake, of course you can tell the person, or you can correct it. You can correct it. It's a learning journey. And when you're language learners, be very careful. You need to sometimes relearn. That is, you have to learn again what you've already learned. Sometimes you have to unlearn the methodologies and strategies that you have been using all your life. So if someone tells you that this particular method is not correct, try this one. At least try it out. If it doesn't work, it's okay. It's your choice. So I have a request to all my learners and subscribers. When you comment, I'm not telling that you are like that. Most of you are so genuine, and most of you have been sending me emails. And I also know that you're following other YouTube channels. Make sure that you listen to the whole video. Make sure that you respect the space of another person, because this is also part of language. I'm not telling that I came across this problem or another YouTuber came across this problem, but this is a common problem, a common attitude found, you can say, amidst learners, especially the English language. I have come across learners who ask me why you should learn English. You can just be happy with your mother tongue. Yes, it's okay. I have told in one of the upcoming videos also that it's okay. Nobody is forcing you to learn another language. English is not my mother tongue. Out of interest, I learned something. I'm still a learner, and I'm trying to better my Malayalam. I'm trying to learn other languages as well. So I am also a learner. But whatever I have gathered so much, I'm proud about that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Okay, so your attitude is important, your approach is important, and I don't want my learners and my subscribers to be unaware of this. So if you're commenting on something, make sure that you're very sure, and if you're trying to clarify a doubt, have a very polite way of putting it. Yes, and it's okay to be constructive with feedback, but not destructive. Always respect the space that each person is giving you. Even if you're having coffee with your friend, do not be callous. In one of the videos I have told about this, I've talked about body language. You give your full attention. If there's an emergency call, it's okay. But when you have decided to face someone, when you have decided to spend time with someone, we don't know what is going to happen tomorrow. You're a human being. I'm a human being. So try to have the traits of humanity, the traits of generosity and sincerity as long as you live, and spread some light. Those who want to stay in the darkness, we cannot help them. Really, we cannot help them. I have discussed this with many counselors, psychologists, many trainers, many experts in the language, in different topics concerning mental health, and say if they prefer to be in the darkness, we cannot help them. They have to take the initiative, they have to take the effort, they have to correct themselves. Even if we counsel a person, we have a limit for that. And when the person is open to thoughts, when the person thinks for himself or herself, introspects, then retrospects, everything is important. Okay, so I hope you got the idea. I'm not trying to pinpoint at someone. Listen, thank you for listening till this end of the video. Please read the description also. This is based on all the comments that I have been reading, especially on other YouTube channels. And I have felt so bad sometimes because each person is trying to share something. There are channels that are not very genuine. Of course, I'm not against it. But many of them are spending some time. They're trying to share some information. They're trying to share something with you from their experience. Some of them are just for advertisement. Okay, it's okay. That's their job. But still, leave alone all that. If you find something helpful, at least leave a thank you. Or if you feel that this particular video is not helping me, just leave, switch it off. You have got all the options you have got. It's your choice to leave that channel or to unsubscribe. So these are some of the things that you need to keep in mind. I always tell you that approach and attitude is very important. You can learn anything in this world. Okay, and age is not a barrier for anything. So as I always tell you, if you have got any suggestions or doubts, please email me. Otherwise, you can drop it in the comment box. But make sure that it doesn't mislead the other learners, because they will be trying to catch some information about the video or about the highlights that I'm trying to give them. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me, and always stay positive. Even if people make fun of you, just like one of the learners, the learners shared with me that, ma'am, everybody is making fun of me, especially my family members. I'm not able to sit and concentrate. I'm not able to focus on my language. I'm not able to take this language journey. You're learning for yourself. It's your need. Maybe it's not the need of your family members. I'm sorry to be so blunt, but if it's your choice, if it's your need, you're not doing anything wrong. It's okay. Take that as a challenge. You don't have to be angry with people who make fun of you. It's okay. Let them make fun of you. Yes. So most of the time people make fun, they try to find fault. Another point that I want to make is, many of you choose apps like Grammarly. All these apps are very good. So being an author, sometimes I also have tried these apps, but it never helped me, because I'm not telling that these apps are bad. It helps you with basic sentence formation. It helps you to locate spelling errors and also what is to be used when. All those things are there. But sometimes it gives automated corrections, and it may not help you with an expression or contextual meaning. So get me right, okay, what I'm trying to tell you. I'm going to repeat it again. When you're trying to improvise, when you create your own expression, so as a writer, as an author, or sometimes when you want to create your own style also, maybe the app, maybe the computer will not understand that. So you may try to tell me, no, it is not automated, it is something that is being analyzed. Okay, fine. But still, when you improvise, get me right, When you make your own expressions and when that is correct, Grammarly will not be able to lead you. It will not be able to guide you also. It has happened with me. Sometimes I used to be corrected with apostrophes and comma where you need to put that apostrophe and comma, otherwise it's going to mislead the readers. So it is good to use these apps, but not every time. Do not completely rely, because every usage, every context will have a history. It will have an alternative. It may have exceptions, and maybe you're not aware of it. And most of the apps, they are based on modern English. They are based on certain usages. It is based on where it was created and how it is being updated. All those things are there. You can use it because it helps you with writing, drafting emails to an extent. But when you create your own expressions, your own contexts and contextual meanings, it can really mislead you. So do not rely on that and then try to learn something and then be in the dark. What you do is take that, get all your drafts and everything corrected by Grammarly, read little more on it, why it is wrong, why this usage is correct, why I should use this particular word. Try to read more from different resources. One video from YouTube you can watch, one article you can read, maybe 2, 3 other articles on the etymology, on the historic development of words or loan words, whatever it is. That's how you get some knowledge. Otherwise, it's very superficial. Okay, so when you want to learn, when you want to be enriched with knowledge, this is how you have to work whenever you have time. It's not possible always, but sometime, at least when you have time, you can try it out. So thank you so much for staying with me. Bye.